extreme sports in Hastings, Nebraska. We present Huddle Up, a great way to start your day with all the news, weather, and sports you need, interesting interviews, and friendly conversation from two guys that go together like Scooby and Shaggy. Mike Will and Tyson Havronic.
Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Huddle Up here on Extreme Sports. We made it to Friday. Made it through another work week here. Friday, the 16th day of January for 2026. Mike Will, Tyson Havronic, ready to start your day the right way with all of your news, weather, and sports that you need to get out the door here this morning. A ton to talk about again today. The Nebraska women's basketball team, they were in action last night against 15th-ranked Michigan State on the road. Huskers taking Smarty to the wire last night before finally losing 73-71. So Nebraska, they'll be off this weekend. They won't play again until next Wednesday at Wisconsin. The Nebraska men's basketball team, they are on the road this weekend. They will play at Northwestern tomorrow. That game will go at 3 o'clock on BTN. Huskers going to be facing the national scoring leader right now in that ball game, and Nick Martinelli, who is averaging 23.8 points per ball game. He plays for Northwestern, so we'll talk about that coming up. Hastings College basketball teams, they will play at Northwestern tomorrow as well. Second meeting of the season between these two teams. That'll be in Orange City. Usual Saturday tip-off times, 2 o'clock for the women and 3:45 for the guys. We'll have the action here on Extreme Sports. Hastings College has hired their first women's flag football coach. We'll talk about that coming up on the show today. The Nebraska Kearney basketball teams played Northwest Missouri State on the road last night. Had some high school basketball around the area last night, including some good games involving the Hastings team. So all that and more coming up as you wake up, get going here this morning on this Friday as we welcome in Tyson Havronic from the Western Studios. Good morning, my man.
Looks like we made it. Made it to the weekend. Yeah, it was tough to get there. It was the first full week that I'd had to actually work in a month. So had to learn how to walk again, basically.
I'm looking in your office right now. Do you still have the Christmas tree up?
Oh, hell yeah.
So,
yeah.
What about the prospects of maybe getting that down?
No. I think it looks great.
It looks great, but it's not the holiday season anymore.
I'm just going to, decorate it as the seasons are necessary.
So you're going to leave the tree up all year?
Mm-hmm.
So, when Valentine's Day gets here...
Well, put hearts and red lights on it and stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
You're going to do what downtown Hastings is doing.
That's right.
So your tree is going to stay up all year long?
The 365-day-a-year tree, you bet.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's something. I wasn't really anticipating that when you put that up during the holiday season. I didn't know it was going to become a permanent fixture of our scenery here on this show.
I didn't know that either until I was too lazy to take it down.
Yeah, is that the bottom line? You're just too damn lazy to take it down?
1,000%.
Yeah, but if you follow through and keep it decorated throughout the year, I don't see any reason why you have to take the Christmas tree down. We won't call it a Christmas tree.
It's not a Christmas tree. It's the studio tree.
The studio tree. If you decorate it throughout the year, I guess you can leave it up. But I bet by midsummer, you won't be keeping up with the decorations. I mean, do you have decorations to put on the tree for Valentine's Day and then for St. Patrick's Day?
I've got plenty of St. Patrick's Day decorations. And that won't be an issue. And
then when we get to May, Memorial Day,
there's some red, white, and blue on there, baby.
And then just leave it up. Red, white, and blue, you can just keep on May, June, July. Yeah, then you're into August.
Labor Day, that's red, white, and blue, too.
Yeah, I suppose you could leave red, white, and blue up there through Labor Day. And then you can get some
Halloween.
Some fall-type stuff, Halloween. Yeah, I guess you can leave it up. Are you looking for donations to put on your tree?
Yeah, I mean, if people want to add to the and see their decoration each and every morning when they wake up, they can provide.
Yeah, all right. So if you want to provide something to put on Tyson's, we'll just call it the studio tree.
The seasonal tree.
The seasonal tree in Tyson's background, so... All right, I didn't know we were going to head there today. I just noticed when I flipped on my video that you still have your tree up in your background. So
yeah.
All right. Anyway, what's going on today? Welcome to the show.
Thanks. Yeah. Happy Friday. Looking forward to the weekend. Obviously, Husker hoops, but more importantly, I think the Big 5 football games that we get starting Saturday through Monday night. Big weekend for football fans, and kind of the love-hate relationship that I kind of have with the college football season is it's just too damn short. And here we are at the pinnacle of the college football championship game coming up on Monday, and then that's it for college football, and that's kind of a bittersweet pill to take. Even though we still got the NFL and getting into conference championships and a Super Bowl, but this is kind of the start of the end of the football season, to be honest, and it's when I'm already opening up the manuals and looking forward to pitchers and catchers reporting. But excited for the weekend, excited to sit on the couch, eat some damn chicken wings, drink a few beers, and watch some ball.
We got the Blazing 5 coming up with the national championship game on Monday, and then the 4 NFL games over the weekend. So we're all going to be picking the same games on Blazing 5. We'll see how we fan out, so to speak, in our predictions. You are trying to battle back from a horrendous week last week.
Thanks for the reminder.
Yeah, you went 1-4.
I was 2-3.
All 2-3. Yeah, 2-3 last week.
Come on now.
I was 4-1. I had a winning week for the second straight week. IT guy even kept his head above water last week.
This is the first time since week 0 that we are picking just 5 games. That's kind of how we started the season with those crap games with Sam Houston, and we had no idea what we were doing.
And we're wrapping it up with 5 games this weekend.
5 games this weekend. We'll still do some playoff picks, but
I when I was doing my picks yesterday, I said we can do the Blazing 5 again next week.
Yeah,
because we'll have 2 games that we can take the winners on if you want, and then we got other ways that you can bet those next week, like the over-unders. There'll be some prop bets next week, so we can get 5 out of the till next week. So this won't be the capper for our Blazing 5. We'll still have it next week. We'll get 5 picks to you some way.
By the time the Super Bowl comes around, we can do our Blazing 5 with just our Blazing 5 prop bets.
Oh, yeah, there'll be a ton of prop bets.
I love prop bets because I'm a sucker.
Yeah, we'll get through the Super Bowl at least. So, all right, so that's what's going on today. Again, 402-834-1330. That's the Hamilton Telecommunications fan line. If you'd like to chime in with us here today, love to talk to you. Chief called in yesterday and had a little conversation about what's going on with the Pittsburgh Steelers. So if you'd like to chime in today, you can do that. If you'd like to leave us a message on our social media sites, we're monitoring those comments as well. A couple of notes I want to get to. Kyle Tucker.
Yeah.
The consensus best player available in baseball free agency has agreed to join the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Shocker.
The richness keeps on getting richer, don't they? Tucker's going to join the Dodgers more than a month after star closer Edwin Diaz did the same thing. Tucker's deal is worth $240 million for 4 years. It includes opt-outs after the second and third seasons if he wants to leave the Dodgers. Tucker turns 29 on Saturday. He comes in as an everyday right fielder type of player. Already joins a star-studded lineup, as you might imagine, out there in Los Angeles. Tucker hit 66, 22 home runs, 73 RBIs, 25 stolen bases, and 136 games for the Cubs last season. So your take on that, Kyle Tucker joining the Dodgers.
Tuck. I don't know, consensus best player available. Yeah, okay. The dude can rake. That's just the thing. I guess my take is this. A lot of baseball fans, especially baseball fans that are kind of like fair weather and maybe peek in at the postseason, aren't really paying attention to what's been going on over the long scheme of things, would probably still be apt to just have that knee-jerk reaction to every time the Yankees are on, being like, oh my God, that's the team that always buys their players and buys their championships, and the Yankees with all their money. The Dodgers are the Yankees now.
Yeah, the Dodgers are signing everybody.
The Dodgers are the new Yankees.
They pay that luxury tax at the end of the year, and they don't care.
They have all the money.
Yeah, they have to pay the luxury tax at the end of the season, and it's millions and millions and millions of dollars, but they don't care.
They don't care. Well, they can't hear you over the amount of championships and postseason bursts that team has made. But here's the other thing about the Dodgers is, man, like, look at some of these deals. And I worry about the long-term implications of some of these deals, because they've figured out the system to basically bring these players in is that they pay so much up front, but the bulk of their pay is actually coming after the contract expires. That's at least the case with the Shohei deal. And so you had arguably the biggest contract in the history of any sport that got signed, and all of that money comes at the end of the deal when he leaves L.A. And so my concern is that after this dynasty starts to go downhill, and after the ownership bails and hops out because the championship runs are over, the long-term impacts could be like detrimental to the Dodgers being good 10, 15 years from now.
They don't care.
They don't care because they're going to win all the championships right now.
Yep, they don't.
It's a brilliant ownership strategy. I mean, what they have done with their ability to bring in these super teams year after year after year by offering the kind of contracts to the players is nothing short of Wolf of Wall Street for Major League Baseball. Is brilliant.
All right, so Kyle Tucker becomes the latest member of the Dodgers. You've been following this other story, the point shaving scandal that's rocking college basketball right now. Mm-hmm. Yesterday, more than 39 players on 17 NCAA Division I teams were mentioned in an indictment for college basketball. It involves two different seasons of these guys evidently fixing games in a gambling ring that also included a former NBA player. And I think this is just the tip of the iceberg. This is going to be a major story in the college basketball here in the next few months. 20 of the 26 defendants played college basketball during 2023-2024 or in the 2024-2025 seasons, according to the indictment. 4 of those players actually played for teams during this past week. Mm-hmm. The allegations stem, obviously, from their time at another school, but 4 of those guys still actually playing in college basketball. So the indictment is unsealed yesterday. We kind of know a little bit more about what's going on here. But there's a lot of college basketball players on the take involved with a gambling ring during the 2023-2024 season and the 2024-2025 season. Some of the bets have surfaced in this indictment.
Fire away.
They evidently put down $458,000 on Townsend State to beat UNC AT&T.
Okay.
They bet $424,000 on Kent State to cover the first half spread against Buffalo.
Oh, that's some action.
They bet $275,000 on South Alabama to cover the first half spread in their game against Southern Miss. And the list just goes on and on and on. We're talking millions and millions of dollars here. $256,000 on Northern Kentucky to cover the first half spread against Robert Morris. $161,000 on Louisiana Lafayette to cover the first half spread against Southern Miss.
None of these are high-profile games.
No, but it all counts the same.
And none of the high-profile games would have cameras on them to realize that there's a point-shaving scheme that's occurring. If you, and that's brilliant. Like, if you want to shave points, Duke, North Carolina is not the game you do it on.
No,
because there's all the eyeballs, right? So you get these crap games
that you can just kind of slide through.
Huh? Fascinating.
Yeah, interesting stuff. I see Duke or DePaul on here once. $52,000 on St. John's to cover the first half spread against DePaul. The rest of these teams, like you mentioned, are not mainstream college basketball programs, but that's what's going on with this point-shaving scandal. That's very interesting. And a lot of these bets, evidently I'm betting college basketball wrong.
I tried to bet college basketball like 2 years, for 2 years. And I don't know that I won one single college basketball bet in my life.
I got the urge to bet college basketball one year.
It's hard. And
so I get together. At that time, you had to get together with your bookie.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, do you mind if I bet some college basketball? He said, no. He set me up. So it was the beginning of the NCAA basketball tournament.
Yep. Does it to me every time.
Yeah, I got fired up, and I said, I'm going to sit down here. I was working at the radio station at the time. So I was sitting back in my office, and I said, you know what? I'm going to bet 10 games today. I mean, I was going to start big. I said, this has got to be easy. I bet 10 games one day to start off my career in college basketball. Lost all 10 of them.
You went 0 for 10?
Yeah, I went 0 for 10.
On the first day of the NCAA basketball tournament?
First day, and the first day of me betting in college basketball, I went 0 for 10. Does that surprise you?
Jesus, if that's not like a precursor for the Blazing 5, I don't know what is.
Does that surprise you that I sat down and I went 0 for 10 betting college basketball one year?
No, not really, because I think I went 0 for 12 that year.
God, it's tough to bet.
It was, and that was a miserable, because I took all of my Cinderellas, right? Like all of my underdogs, all the Cinderellas that I had picked, the 12s, the 13 seeds. I'm like, well, surely they can cover this 13.5 point. Oh, hell no, they didn't. It was like the year that there was no upsets in the first round, and I bet like 14 upset slips.
Well, that's why you finished on page 3 of the bracket pool last year.
That's, again, a precursor for what has transpired since.
So anyway,
Coach Baker, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Coach Baker has chimed in.
He was chiming in on the Dodgers thing. Said the Dodgers are the reason. This is true. Dead on. Dodgers are the reason there will be a strike in 2027.
You think so?
Nailed it. Oh, yeah.
A baseball strike in 2027?
There's so much wrong at the moment in terms of the labor disputes, as you mentioned, ability to just build a team on billions and billions and billions of dollars on back pay. Like, you got to close a few loopholes here. And then the TV rights deal.
Is that when that expires?
Oh, Jesus, it's a disaster. Well, it's the regional sporting networks, and then the MLB network, and then all these regional sporting networks, and you buy the MLB package, but you can't even watch your local team on the MLB package because you have blackout restrictions, and they need to fix that. But the regional sporting networks are demanding baseball to pay more money, and they don't want to because it's baseball. Yeah, there's going to be a strike in 2027, and the Dodgers are a big culprit.
All right, so Coach Baker is chiming in on that. Anyway, back to this point-shaving scandal.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think I must be betting college basketball wrong because a majority of these bets that we see on this indictment list are on first-half spreads. So you get out of the gate and you cover these spreads early, and you don't worry about the actual game results. It's just a majority of these are first half spreads, and I never bet first half spreads. So maybe I'm doing it all wrong. Maybe I'm going to learn something from these college basketball players. Maybe there is something to that first half spread number that I always bypass each and every time I look at college basketball. But a majority of these, I'd say 90% of them on this list that I have are actually bets and millions of dollars bet on the first half spreads.
To me, that sounds
Fishy.
it sounds like good material for a live show from the sports book in Grand Island, where you and I could go live and figure out first half spreads and go up to the window and see how we do.
Well, you can bet those up there.
That's right.
We can't. God, we can't even hit what we hit now. Why do we need to go on the road and make fools of ourselves?
Because you might be onto something.
In front, I know, but we can't hit those. Maybe we'll have a week of that after the football season ends with our Blazing Five.
Let's do first half spreads.
We'll sit down. Maybe our Blazing Five following the Super Bowl. You and I will pick college basketball games just for the hell of it.
Why not?
Just for the hell of it. Seattle Seahawks Pro Bowl quarterback Sam Darnold is expected to play Saturday in the team's divisional round playoff game against the San Francisco 49ers despite an oblique injury that has him listed as questionable. The injury evidently happened yesterday. Darnold said he felt a little something in the oblique on his left side while throwing during a passing period during practice yesterday. So Darnold just left practice as a precautionary measure, and then, oh my God, he left practice. He's got this injury. It exploded on social media that Seattle's quarterback is going to be out, Sam Darnold. He's not going to play, but that's not going to be the case. Sam says he's all right. He's going to be available for the San Francisco game, so pump the brakes, bettors. Darnold made the Pro Bowl again this year, completed 67% of his passes, 4,000 yards, 25 touchdowns, while also leading all NFL players with 20 turnovers.
Wait until you turn 40, kid. You'll feel something every day. Like, you get off the couch and be like, oh, that was something.
Yeah, I feel it every morning.
Oh, that was something.
I feel it every morning.
I don't know what, but it was something.
Yeah. My damn back hurts again. My arm hurts again. My wrist hurts again.
Mm-hmm.
Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes.
Is he going to start? Oh, wait.
He talked to us yesterday via Zoom. He's rehabbing his knee injury that he suffered during the season. He tore 2 ligaments in his left knee.
People are still using Zoom?
Yeah, he said during a Zoom call yesterday that his rehab right now is hitting all the checkpoints. And he says that he could be back for summer workouts and perhaps even training camp this fall. He is shooting for the first game of the season next year. Now, normally this injury takes 9 months to get over, which would put him like in October of next year. But Patrick Mahomes, he said yesterday during a Zoom call that things are progressing well. He is eyeing the first game of the season next year. That's good news for Chiefs fans. Next season is expected to kick off on September 10th, and the Chiefs could play their first game a few days after that. So don't count Patrick Mahomes out yet for the start of the 2026 season. Mahomes said during a Zoom call yesterday that that's his target date, first week of next season. So there you go. That's our health update.
Don't rush it, kid. Don't rush it, kid. The Bills, they are going to be without basically their entire defense this weekend going in to take on Bo Nix. The secondary is really banged up. Micah Hyde and Harrison from Kentucky both ruled out via injury. Yeah.
I also heard that they're down to like only 3 healthy wide receivers.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of weapons. We have the best running back in the NFL because we have the best offensive line in the NFL. The best offensive line in the NFL has then made Josh Allen the second best running back in the NFL. We run the damn ball in Buffalo.
Yeah, just run the damn ball tomorrow against Denver.
100%.
So we'll have that part of our Blazing Five, obviously, coming up here. So, yeah, Buffalo is beat up, but they're going to play Denver. So your Saturday games, it's going to be like a late afternoon, evening scenario this weekend.
Yep.
Buffalo at Denver and San Francisco at Seattle. Those are your Saturday games. Houston at New England is the first game on Sunday. And then the Rams at Chicago. They play that game on Sunday night in the cold weather in Chicago. I hope it's like 35 below zero wind chill. Because the Rams, the Los Angeles team, the Rams, coming into play Chicago on this Sunday. Yeah, I hope the wind chill's 35 below zero.
Is that an ounce of spite from you to the Rams?
That might be a tip of one of my games.
Is that
in the Blazing Five?
A small sample of some spite towards the Rams?
I don't like the Rams.
Why don't you like the Rams?
I don't know. I just never have.
What did the Rams do to you?
I don't know. I just don't like the Rams.
They ripped and tore their heart out of my city, but other than that, yeah, I mean, they're fine.
I don't like the Rams.
I've turned a new leaf. I bitch a lot about Stan Kroenke, the greed.
Yeah, you haven't bitched about him for a while.
No, I turned a leaf. I'm gonna forgive him.
Yeah, put his face on that punching bag that you're going to have for the Indiana coach. Maybe put that guy on one side of the punching bag, and then you could put Stan Kroenke on the other side. And when you get tired of punching the Indiana coach in the face, then you could turn that punching bag around and punch Stan Kroenke in the face.
There's some people that have punchable faces. Others have kickable crotches, and I would throw Stan Kroenke in the kickable crotch.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Kick him in the nuts.
Ouch.
Don't you dare rip my team away from my city.
Yeah, I still don't like the Rams. Yeah, I'll be watching that. I'll be a Bears fan this weekend.
Ooh,
anyway,
that's a hint.
Yep, Blazing Five coming up here shortly. Got lots of people joining us in the lobby. Notice how our numbers go up on Friday at 7:30.
Right at 7:30.
Yeah.
And lately we haven't even been close to hitting our 7:30 window.
No.
So
and there's a reason for that because I got everybody. Yeah, I got everybody joining us at 7:30 for the picks. Hell, sometimes you don't get to the picks till 7:40.
It's the greatest way to pay a few bills because you're like, our Blazing Five coming up because it's 7:35. I love it.
Yeah, but we get the streaming numbers.
That's right.
We get the streams. Now you're onto my system. Because it's already 7:28. Waking up with Mike and Tyson here this morning. Huddle up on Extreme Sports. Again, if you'd like to join us, love to chat with you. 402-834-1330. That's the Hamilton Telecommunications fan line, 402-834-1330. If you'd like to leave us a message, we'll monitor those comments as well. Time for a news update here this morning.
Well, that's me.
It's time for a morning news update on Extreme Sports.
We'll start at the state capitol, where Nebraska Governor Jim Pillen has unveiled his mid-biennium budget proposal to address a projected $471 million deficit in state finances. His plan slashes overall state spending, shifting from modest growth to a decrease over the next 2 years, the largest cuts hitting the Department of Health and Human Services, with over $150 million reduced through program changes and staffing adjustments. The budget also includes reductions in Medicaid eligibility coverage, elimination of the vacant positions across agencies. Governor Pillen urged lawmakers to adopt spending restraint and pursue long-term tax relief under the plan. Meanwhile, at the U.S. Capitol, Nebraska Republican Congressman Don Bacon says he would support impeaching President Donald Trump if Trump were to order a military invasion of Greenland, the autonomous Danish territory. Bacon made the comments in an interview with the Omaha World Herald, saying he'd lean toward impeachment in that scenario, calling it an invasion of a NATO ally a serious breach, and saying it could spell the end of the Trump presidency. Bacon, who represents Nebraska's 2nd Congressional District, is not seeking re-election. He has joined efforts in Congress opposing any military action against Greenland. Trump has repeatedly suggested the U.S. needs to own Greenland for national security, a move that has drawn bipartisan criticism and strong pushback from Danish and Greenlandic officials. Meanwhile, in election news, another Grand Island man has entered his name into the race for mayor. Real estate agent Jimmy Reed making the announcement via Facebook. The Grand Island native is joined in the race by City Council President Ryan O'Neill. The city's incumbent mayor, Roger Steele, has yet to file for re-election. The race for Adams County Sheriff is taking shape ahead of the May primary. 2 longtime law enforcement leaders have filed as Republican candidates. Chief Deputy Kevin Mauck, who began his career in 1988 and has served at the Adams County Sheriff's Office since 1991, was the first to enter the race. And then this week, Deputy Sergeant Heath Lemke, with more than 26 years of experience in the area, announced his campaign. Both men say they plan to build on the work of the current sheriff and focus on strengthening staffing and operations within the department. 7:31, we'll head over to the East Side Studios. Mike, what's going on in sports?
Well, the Nebraska women's basketball team, they lost to Michigan State 73-71 last night in East Lansing. Amaya Hargrove had 21 points for the Huskers. Brent Prince had 16. Nebraska is now 14-4 in the season, 3-4 in the Big Ten. They'll play at Wisconsin next Wednesday. Tip-off for that game will be at 6:30. The Nebraska men's basketball team will play at Northwestern tomorrow. The Huskers are 17-0 on the season, 7-0 in the conference after Tuesday's 90-55 win over Oregon. The Wildcats are 8-9. They are 0-6 in the conference after dropping a 79-68 decision to Illinois. Northwestern is led by Nick Martinelli, who is tied for the National League in scoring, averaging 23.8 points per game. Tip-off for the contest tomorrow will be at 3 on BTN. Hastings College basketball teams will play at Northwestern tomorrow. The Bronco women beat Northwestern earlier this season, 112-69, while the men lost their game, 104-84. Women's game tomorrow will be at 2. Men will follow at 3:45. We'll be in Orange City tomorrow. We'll have the action here on Extreme Sports, beginning with the pregame show at 1:45. And DeAndre Robinson has been named the head coach of the new Hastings College women's flag football program. Robinson comes to Hastings after spending the last 5.5 years at Eagles Landing High School in Henry County, Georgia, where he was the women's flag football coach there. In 2020 and in 2021, he led this team to the area championship. And then in 2021, his team reached the Elite Eight of the national tournament. So we're off and running with women's flag football at Hastings College as we have hired our first coach. 7:34, that's a check on your sports headlines here on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning weather update on Extreme Sports with Chief Meteorologist Tim Jones.
A high wind warning is in effect until 6 o'clock today because we expect wind gusts up to 50, maybe 60 miles per hour. Also, a chance for some snow throughout the day. We could have a couple bursts of snow, reducing visibilities to 0, so use caution, even though the snow shouldn't amount to anything accumulation-wise. Overnight tonight, a low of 8 degrees, only 18 on Saturday, 6 Saturday night to Sunday morning, and rebounding to the 40s on Sunday. That's a check your forecast.
As you wake up, get going. Wind's already blowing 17 miles per hour out of the northwest. The feels-like temperature is sitting at 13 this morning. It's mostly cloudy, 30 in Hastings.
Hi guys, this is Justin Consrick with Adam Marshall Land and Auction. Just want to talk to you about how we do things. I talk to farmers every day. A lot of guys just want a simple, honest way to sell equipment. That's why I work with Adam Marshall Land and Auction. We know the equipment, we know the buyers. We run real auctions with no buyer's fees, which brings in more bidders and stronger results. From one machine to the full lineup, we handle marketing, the details, the sales start to finish. We're just real people with real auctions, real results. If you're thinking about auctioning equipment, reach out and give us a call at 308-991-5429.
I'm John Butler, funeral director and owner at Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Hastings.
And I'm Nikki Butler, the advanced funeral planning specialist. Whether you choose a traditional service, cremation, or a unique memorial service, our experienced staff is here to help guide you through every step. Visit us at lbvfh.com to learn more about our services and how we can support you.
Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center. We are here when your need is greatest.
Hamilton has been providing IT solutions for businesses across the state of Nebraska for more than 3 decades. We know that Nebraska businesses are a driving force of support for the communities in which we live and work. We keep them connected and protected by delivering cybersecurity, hosted phones, and managed IT. We are grateful to be part of our Nebraska communities and to support their technology needs.
Get ready for the ultimate trivia experience with Extreme Sports Trivia. Play from anywhere at home, on the go, or at your favorite bar or restaurant. Compete live against players from all over in real time, answering questions across categories like sports, pop culture, Marvel, and more. Want to see how you stack up? Track your progress with live leaderboards and aim for the top spot. It's free, fun, and super easy to play. So what are you waiting for? Sign up today at extremesports.com trivia and start playing now. And keep an eye out. We're coming soon to a bar or restaurant near you.
Hi, Mike Will, Tyson and Bronick with you. This is Huddle Up on Extreme Sports for a Friday, 7:37. We've been asked to pass this along, and we'll do it with no problem here. Adams County 4-H Council inviting you to their 4-H Soup Supper. That is coming up on Sunday at the Adams County Fairgrounds in Hastings. They'll be serving up soup from 5 until 7. Going to have a chili soup, chicken noodle soup. This is kind of their annual deal here. So don't make plans. Don't make plans for a dinner on Sunday. Head out to the fairgrounds instead. The 4-H Soup Supper going on from 5 until 7 o'clock. They're going to have soup to go. It'll be available in some special parking stalls, so if you want to just swing on in, they'll get you handled at the Adams County Fairgrounds. Maybe you don't want to eat there. Maybe you just want to grab it and go home and watch the Chicago Bears take care of the Los Angeles Rams in the late NFL game on Sunday. Well, no problem. Just head out to the fairgrounds, pull up in their special designated area, and they will get you handled. That's the 4-H Soup Supper coming up Sunday at the Adams County Fairgrounds in Hastings. Be there 5 until 7 o'clock. There you go.
Excellent
4-H Soup Supper coming up on Sunday.
It made me hungry for soup.
God, I love chicken noodle soup. I love chicken noodle soup. All right. It's always happy to pass those special events along to the folks that we got listening to this show. So if you got something that you'd like to get on the show, just get a hold of either Tyson or I, and we'll be more than happy to get that on for you. Anyway, it's time. 7:39. See, I told you. If I prolonged this long enough.
That's right.
7:39.
Paid all our bills.
Yeah. We got a few. Yeah, we got a few. All right, 7:39. It's a Friday morning.
I fell into a burning ring of fire. We didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the world's been turning. We didn't start the fire. Goodness, your wreckage is written balls of fire. Fire.
the Extreme Sports Blazing 5.
All right, three of us had winning weekends last weekend.
Just you.
No, Shane, IT guy, he had a winning weekend. I had a winning weekend. You, on the other hand, I know you're the leader for the season, but you're like on a 2-week losing streak.
Catch up, will ya? It's lonely here at the top.
Yeah, right now Tyson has got the lead in our standings at 61-44. IT guy, he's in second place at 54-50-1.
Still can't catch me.
I'm in third place, which a lot of people would say dead last, but I'm in third place. I have a record of 48-57 this year. But hell, the last 2 weeks I'm ending with a flurry. 3-2 and 4-1.
It's on a heater, folks.
My last 2 weeks.
It's on a heater.
All right, so we only got 5 games to choose from this week, so I was really concentrating. I really didn't.
Wheelhouse.
No, I didn't really dive into the numbers this week because I just had a gut feeling in all 5 of these games.
This is the point of the season where you got to go with your gut.
Yeah,
this is football intuition time.
Yep, I've seen these teams enough. I don't need to dive into the stats. I don't care what the stats say.
Against the spread, home, weather, injuries.
I don't care.
We put eyeballs on them enough. We know what we're working with.
All right. We're going to start off with the national championship game for college football. Miami, Indiana. Hoosiers favored by 8.5 points. My gut tells me give the guy with a punchable face. I'm all over the Indiana Hoosiers, just like the public is nationally. They're all over Indiana. That would be a huge upset if Miami beats Indiana on Monday. Even if they cover the spread against Indiana, it's going to be huge. Anyway, I'm all over Indiana. NFL games, Buffalo at Denver. Denver favored by 1.5. We mentioned the injuries for the Buffalo Bills. I don't care. Buffalo beat Denver last year 31-7.
Yep.
I'm on Buffalo again this year.
Baby.
I've been riding the Bills the past week or so. I'm on Buffalo this week. Give me Buffalo. I told you San Francisco is my darling of the playoffs this year. San Francisco playing at Seattle. Seattle's 6.5-point favorites. I'm going to stick with my San Francisco 49ers. I'm all over San Francisco this week. Sunday, Houston is at New England. New England are 3-point favorites. I'm on the dog in this game. Wow. Give me the Houston Texans to cover and probably win over New England. And the Rams, who I don't like, playing in Chicago against the Bears. The Rams are the favorites there. So if I continue my trend, I've got to go with the dog. I'm on Chicago. The dogs are barking. Arf, 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 arf. The dogs are barking.
You're scaring Raja.
Give me Buffalo. Give me San Francisco. Give me Houston. Give me Chicago. All 4 dogs this weekend. Arf, arf, arf.
Raja says it's time for supper.
Raja's sleeping.
That's not anymore. All right. Yeah, we are similar, my man. Similar, I got a different spread on the San Francisco game. I feel a little bit safer picking the San Francisco 49ers. I got them at 7. I don't know what sportsbook you're using, but I got the 49ers at 7, so I'm going to cash in on the underdog there. I think San Francisco can win that game outright. I'll be honest. Yep. Bills, I got to play him. 1.5-point dog. Josh Allen in the playoffs is a different brand of Josh Allen than we see in the regular season. He goes into takeover mode. That trend continues. JA-17 gets the Bills back to an AFC championship where they will play the Houston Texans, who not only will cover the spread against New England, they'll beat New England outright. Houston, in my opinion, over the course of the last 10 weeks of the season into the postseason, has been playing the best football. Houston is my favorite to win the AFC right now. That's the scary matchup that I don't want to see the Bills have to play. Houston beats New England this weekend. Count it, but I'll take the 3 points because I like to play it safe. L.A. I'm going to bet the favorites here. I'm going to bet the Rams. Although I will tell you, I hate the half point. I think I'm going to get screwed on the half point. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to play the Rams, knowing deep down inside
you're going to lose.
When we convene on Monday, that half point will have screwed me.
So you think the Rams are going to win by 3?
I do. And I would actually buy back that half point, or I would sell that half point to the casino to get him at 4 if I could. If I'm playing this in my parlay, taking a little less on the take, but making my bet a lot more safer and secure. I have bet against Indiana every step of the way. Every opportunity that I have had on the Blazing 5 this year, I have bet against the Hoosiers. I have not bet for the Hoosiers once.
I know, because you want to punch the coach in the face.
I want to punch the coach in the face. You know who else I want to punch in the face? Mario Cristobal. He also has a punchable face. This is a matchup of 2 punchable face coaches. You can't bet against the Hoosiers after what you saw against the Ducks. They dismantled the Ducks, undressed them, and then tarred and feathered them with their own feathers. It was a public undressing of Oregon. Indiana is the best football team in the country. There's no doubt after the course of the last 2 weeks. They will probably lose this game in glorious upset fashion because I am breaking the trend, and I'm going to take the Hoosiers this weekend. I'm off my anti-Hoosier betting bandwagon, and I'm going to try to cash in like the general public has done all year long, and I'm finally going to bet the Hoosiers this weekend.
Well, I think everybody in the nation is betting Indiana, which scares me a little bit.
Right. Yep. It's got that feel.
If everybody's on one team.
And Vegas needs to recoup.
Yep. Yeah, because the public has won the past couple of weeks in NFL and college football. Public has won the past couple of weeks. In fact, it stretches like 4 or 5 weeks I saw in some of my betting tips and sites that I follow. Public has won the last 4 or 5 weeks, which scares me. Because we're all loaded on Indiana this week.
What scares me, Mike, is like you said, I feel like the spread could even be higher. I feel like if Miami covers the spread, that in and of itself is an upset. The 8.5 line to me is one that I thought would be easily double digits, but I know it's hard for Vegas to justify making a favorite double digit for a national title. But you put those two teams on the eye test, and based on what you saw last weekend,
yes,
I could have saw that 13.5, 14 points.
That's going to be on Monday, national championship game. IT guy, I threw the picks up on our video screen for the folks that are watching on our social media sites. IT guy with some interesting selections this week.
What the hell?
Yeah, you and I, we didn't even look at the over-unders this week for some reason.
It's because I know who's better.
Yeah, I had a gut feeling in all these games. I didn't have a whole lot of problems picking my winners this week. I mean, they looked obvious to me.
Defense is the name of the game for our IT guy. He's bet the unders.
Yeah, he's on the unders on the Denver-Buffalo game. He's on the unders on the Texans and the Patriots. He's on the unders on the 49ers and the Seahawks. What the hell does he know? What's he know that we don't know?
What a world.
All these are going to be defensive struggles this week. He likes the Bears. And all of us are in Indiana.
Who would have ever thought that out of all the people on this show, I would be on Rams Island? Of all people, to throw the Rams under the bus and try to drive them over and pick against them on the Blazing 5, you would think it would be me, because I'm still a little salty.
Yeah, you want to kick Stan Kroenke in the nuts.
Yep, I sure do.
That's what you want to do.
But I hope his football team covers the spread.
God. So there's our selections up on our video screen.
I think the Rams win the game, but again, I think the Bears will cover that 3.5 point spread. I see that a field goal game.
All right, so if you and I are headed to the sports book after a while, we might as well just take Chicago. Yeah, you like the Rams, but you don't like that half point. I don't want that to bite you on Monday morning.
I'd buy it back.
So
I would buy a point or a half point to make it 4. No, 3.
3 points. All right,
Yes.
so there's your selections. We'll leave those up throughout the weekend. So if you happen to miss those, you can always check our video feed, and they'll be up there. But those are the selections right there. Another addition to the Blazing Five. All right, what else we got going? Fred Hoiberg. He's anxiously standing by for us today.
Sorry, Fred.
Sorry, Fred. We got involved with our football gambling this week in this show. Fred Hoiberg has a tough game. His Nebraska basketball team going to play at Northwestern tomorrow. I think this is a trap game. What do you think? Huskers 17-0 in the season. Northwestern 8-9. They're winless in the conference.
We don't play well there.
No, last year we fell behind by 20 points.
Yep.
And
we have not historically played well there.
We had to scratch back and get the win last year against Northwestern. I don't like this matchup.
I don't blame you.
Can I be the first one to mention that? I don't like this matchup. I think it's a trap game. Fred said yesterday we didn't have a good day of practice. He said the team didn't play with any urgency in practice yesterday. I don't like this weekend. I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but don't be surprised
It's
that
just
Nebraska.
I don't like any of the games that we've had to play lately. It's like my anxiety being undefeated and knowing that one game could derail that. And
no, but this is the first time that Fred's actually said they didn't have a good practice. That scares me. He actually said that yesterday, that we didn't have a good practice yesterday. He said he had to kick the guys in the butt to get them focused and to take this game seriously. That concerns me.
Yeah.
Anyway, Fred Hoiberg talking about playing Northwestern this weekend. He says the Cats will present a lot of challenges for his team. We already talked about Nick Martinelli, who is tied for the National League in scoring, averaging 23.8 points per game.
Martinelli's the most unique player in our league with a variety of ways that he can score the ball, and he's shooting a really high percentage from three right now, and his ISOs, they just give you anxiety with all the different things that he can do. He can't ever go down with your hands down, and if he makes contested tough shots, then you can't get deflated. You just have to do the best job you can. He's the leading scorer in the country right now, and just what he's done over the course of his career, you got to give him a lot of credit. You got to give their staff a lot of credit for developing him into the type of player that he is. He's truly special. And, you look at this Northwestern team, and, we showed this to our guys in film this morning. They've had leads in every game. Last night was a 2-possession game late against Illinois, and they've had leads on the road at Michigan State, which we all know is extremely hard to do. And, this is a team that has a lot of heart, and we know that we have to be on point, or the same thing that happened a year ago is going to happen again when we get down 20 points, and we had to scramble and fight and claw and found a way to steal one. But we can't rely on that. You can't go and give a team on their home floor a big lead and an advantage like that. We have to continue with the mindset of where we've been on the road so far this season in league and get off to a great start. That is the reason that we've had success to this point, and Northwestern has had a way of jumping on us early, and we got to be ready. We got to be ready from the jump.
And the coach went on to say that Northwestern, despite their 0-6 record in the conference, they have a lot of talent on this basketball team.
Obviously, they've shown they've got a lot of talent with how they've played the top teams in this league, and I've had a couple of really bad breaks, or they'd have a chance to have either an undefeated season in league or, without question, a winning record in league. So this is, again, a talented team that's got a lot of pride. They've got a lot of heart. They're smart. They're well coached. They're disciplined, and, they're going to win games in this league. So, you just got to go out and continue to follow the game plan that we've put in. And, we may have to adjust, and we have adjusted, whether it's at a timeout or at halftime, and then you got to go out and execute it.
And that game plan for tomorrow is for his team to continue to force turnovers.
I think our guys, they've been really disciplined in their approach with game plans, scout discipline, and they haven't jumped off the map. And that, that's a credit to Nate and the game plan that he's putting together on the defensive end. And it's a credit to our guys for going out there and following it pretty much every possession. And I think that's the reason we've really, really stressed not only contesting shots, but contesting passes. And we've done a good job of getting deflections. And, we were really efficient. When we got out in transition the other day, which we played a lot in transition, and a lot of it was because of our hands and creating turnovers, we're a really efficient offensive team. And when we take it out of the net, we're not. And nobody is. Nobody in college basketball has better efficiency when they're taking the ball out of bounds on every possession. So the more we can create havoc and turnovers, the better our numbers are going to be on the offensive end. So, again, I give our guys credit. I give our staff credit for putting in the right game plan and for our guys going out and following it.
All right, so the Huskers and Northwestern tomorrow afternoon, 3 o'clock starting time. You'll be able to see it on BTN. 7:56, waking up with Mike and Tyson here this morning. This is Huddle Up on Extreme Sports.
Hey, this is Mick from Miletta Vista Winery in St. Paul. Just a reminder, winter hours will be Saturdays, 11:30 to 9, January through February. That's just one day a week. But come in for lunch. Homemade soup specials on Saturdays. Stick around for the evening meals that start at 5. And while you're at it, stock up on your favorite wines. Workhorse, Elephant Ear, Steuben Tiger, and more are available at Miletta Vista and wherever great Nebraska wines are sold. Miletta Vista Winery. Good wine, good food, no snow boots required, but we won't judge.
Connet Auto Care is the trusted name in automotive repair and maintenance services in Hastings. We're a gold-certified Napa Auto Care Center. Our ASE-certified technicians have the Blue Seal of Excellence, receive continuous training, and are committed to providing the best service your vehicle can get. Whether it's preventative maintenance, major repairs, or just an oil change, Connet Auto Care is here for you.
All right, Mike, Will, Tyson, and Bronick with you. Huddle Up on Extreme Sports for this Friday as we've reached 7:58 now, getting you out the door here this morning. I haven't had a chance to give you the update on high school basketball from last night. The Adams Central boys last night, they lost to Northwest 64-43 up the Rosencrantz Gym. The Patriots now 9-3. St. Cecilia lost to Minden 67-53. The Hawks are now 3-10. In girls basketball from last night, Adams Central lost to Northwest 53-47. Patriots are now 5-7. St. Cecilia beat Minden 32-28. The Hawkettes are now 12-1. Tonight, Hastings High will play at McCook. Girls game at 6 with the boys to follow at 7:30. Again, tomorrow we'll have Hastings College basketball for you here on Extreme Sports. We get to go to Orange City, Iowa. Town's got that big old windmill in the middle of it, known for their Tulip Festival.
And pit stop along the way.
At least once. Hastings and Northwestern, women's game will be at 2. The men will follow at 3:45. We'll have the action here on Extreme Sports beginning with a pregame show at 1:45.
Hoops.
Hopefully they don't have any snow over there.
Hopefully we went to deal any snow.
We went over to Waldorf last week. During the week, they had a little snow up in Forest City.
If you leave today and put a sail up, you could just blow there.
Is it wind blowing in the right direction?
It's windy.
Northwest
windy
winds.
bee today.
Yeah, it's going to be like 60 miles an hour.
Yep.
Is what Tim's talking about. And we could have some snow throughout the day today, which is going to cause a lot of problems with the visibility. So I just keep that in mind if you're going to be out and dilly-dallying around somewhere today.
It's not going to stick. It's not going to be traction problems, but since the wind's blowing, you're not going to be able to see.
Yeah, especially if you're heading out of town. So just keep that in mind. 60-mile-per-hour winds with, I don't know if you call them snow squalls or just some brief snow flurries.
Nothing could be as bad as the snow squall.
The squalls.
I got trapped in the squall.
I did too.
Yeah.
Last year or the year before.
Yeah, two years ago.
Yeah. So, anyway, be prepared for that stuff today. It could be a nasty day, and it's going to be damn cold tomorrow. Like highs only around 15. I told you it was coming. It's January. Today's the 16th of January already. We're going to have some cold weather. We're going to have some snow coming up. It's just been nice so far.
Let's do the show from the far western studios in Vegas.
We've talked about that.
God, that'd be so much nicer than
I know, but
this
it's still it's way too early for us. This show starts at 7 o'clock.
It'd be 5 a.m.
It'd be 5 a.m. out there.
I'd be stumbling back in.
Not a
I'd
chance.
I'd just be getting back in.
Not a chance in hell that show's going to be pulled off. We need to go the other way. Yeah, we need to go somewhere like in Florida where we're on a different time zone, but it's in our benefit. Hell, we could start the show like at 9 o'clock on the coast. That'd be 7 o'clock here.
Tempting.
We need to go the other way. Anyway, yeah, so we got to football this weekend. Games Saturday and Sunday for the NFL. The Monday night championship game for college. We got the soup supper on Sunday night for the 4-Hers. Out at the Adams County Fairgrounds, they'll be serving up the chili and the chicken noodle soup from 5 until 7. I'll tell my wife I'm cooking this weekend.
There you go. Just make some chicken noodle soup.
I'll go out and grab soup.
Oh, honey, what'd you put in this soup? It's excellent. That's my special recipe.
Yeah, I say I'm going to make it.
I'm going to give, by the way, last-second kudos to ESPN and the NCAA. You know, I bitch all the time about the national championship being on a Monday, and whether it's basketball or whether it's football, I think it's the stupidest thing in the world.
Yeah, you always bitch about that.
Why would you put it on a Monday? Anyways, it doesn't belong on Monday, but it's on a Monday. But it's also not an 8:30 kickoff like normal. Like, this is a very reasonable, respectable kickoff time.
What is it, 6:30?
6:30. We're going to be able to watch it. Us old men.
Well, at least we'll watch the first half.
Maybe that's all we'll need to watch because Indiana will be so far up.
You know what's going to happen, though?
What's going to happen?
They'll play the first half, and then we'll have like an hour halftime show.
That's fine.
So that'll push it.
And all the people will bitch about the halftime show because they weren't entertained.
So that'll push it till 6:30, 8:30, 9.
What is the halftime show?
I don't know. I haven't heard about it, but I bet it's an hour long. And then, see, 9 o'clock, you'll be pushing 9 o'clock for the second half. There's not a chance of us seeing the end of the game.
What do you mean 9 o'clock?
Well, there's going to be commercials.
No, I'm saying, like, you're saying 9 o'clock is the, like, hard off cut time that you're not going to finish watching the game?
Well, it's going to be, 9 o'clock is going to be pushing it.
Oh, buddy.
Lights go out around here at 8:30 if I don't have a game.
Christ.
8:30, 9 o'clock.
It's the national championship game.
Yeah, but by the end, Indiana.
Stay up and drink some beer.
I know Indiana will be out to such a big lead, I won't want to watch it. I'll come over to your place. We'll watch it on Monday. That'd be great. Then if I get into trouble, I can just stay overnight at your place. We'll just do the show from the Western Studios.
No, because you get up too goddamn early.
I do.
I'd have none of that.
Yeah, that wouldn't work either. So. All right, so that's what's on my schedule for the weekend. I've got basketball over in beautiful Orange City on Saturday. Can't wait to see the windmill.
That's a dry county, isn't it?
I think
Orange
it is.
City?
I think it still is.
Jesus.
It was. It was when I tried to stay there a couple of years ago. I haven't stayed in Orange City since.
What a disaster.
Oh, yeah, they're known for their tulips.
That's a nightmare scenario.
They got that big tulip festival during the summer. I've always wanted to get over to during the summer.
Stranded in Orange City, Iowa because of a snowstorm, so you get a hotel room and you can't even get a beer because it's a dry county.
Yeah. But some guy that was a nice entrepreneur, he built a bar like a mile out of town.
Excellent.
It's the most popular
I was
place
gonna say.
in Orange City. Yeah, I think it's called the Wheel.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it's called the Wheel. It's just right outside of town, about a mile. Yeah, the most popular place in Orange City. So I'll check it out. We got to get out of here. Again, if you'd like to listen to the podcast, listen to Fred Hoiberg again, listen to our picks and everything else we discussed here this morning. You can grab the podcast, download it, listen to it at your convenience throughout the weekend. Definitely listen to the picks. Make yourself some money this weekend. So anyway, enjoy the football, enjoy the basketball, enjoy your weekend. Tyson and I will be back again on the Monday morning at 7 here on Extreme Sports. Have yourself a nice weekend.
You've been listening to Huddle Up on Extreme Sports, Central Nebraska's new home for sports. Join us every weekday morning from 7 until 8 on Extreme Sports.